Would you react if I told you a Yokai Academy adventure was no different than getting a GED? Hey there, everybody in YouTube land. This is an anime in-depth look, where we look at character development, plot threads, and conspiracies alike. And for anybody who doesn't know, I love me some anime. I've watched anime that I couldn't stop watching, and others where I couldn't believe I still was. But there is one that will always hold a special place in my heart. And it probably isn't the same reason that you're thinking of. I'm talking about Rosario Vampire. And let me be the first to say that I don't always watch cutesy, high school, harem, supernatural drama, comedy, anime, but when I do, I make sure it's Rosario Vampire, and you can quote me on that one. Alright, here's a quick summary of the show.
Hey, the expositional dialogue is my gig. Whee!
Ko, what are you doing
You're
here?
talking about my anime behind my back, and I thought we were friends. Whee!
Okay, fine. You can tell him. Whatever.
Okay then, whee! Rosario Vampire is a story about Skune Aono, who flunked his high school entrance exam, but gets accepted into Yokai Academy. Upon reaching the school, he discovers that it's a school for monsters disguised as humans. But there he meets Mocha, a vampire, Kurumuru, a succubus, Yukari, a witch, and Mizure, an ice woman. They all become friends and have to survive the high school experience. Whee!
Thanks, Ko. Now get off the screen. So we have a vampire with multiple personality disorder, a busty succubus, a genius pubescent witch, and a stalker ice woman. Oh man, dem Burton stripes. But anyway, all of them are friends with this nobody. A bit strange, don't you think? Well, what I'm about to tell you is probably the biggest thing about this anime. And no, I'm not talking about Kurumu's bust size. The fact is, this anime reflects real-life scenarios surrounding high school. Don't believe me? Well, let's take some examples from the show, shall we? First off, we have a kid who's separated from his friends, family, and sense of security, going to a completely different place that's alien to him. Anyone in that scenario would be scared out of their mind, and that's represented by the gothic and scary-looking landscape and buildings of the yokai world. Also, being separated from your friends and acquaintances can make making new ones a really difficult and scary thing. This is represented by all the students and faculty being monsters and Skune being the only human. I mean, I've been in that scenario multiple times. I moved around a lot as a kid and had to make new friends at new schools all the time. And even for somebody who's well off at their middle school or elementary school, they can be the star athlete, the most popular person, and get the best grades. But once they enter high school, they can go back to being a nobody just like that, just because they've entered a completely different scenario. This makes high school a truly scary place. But what gets you through high school is your friends. And in this anime, Skune learns to accept the girls for who they are rather than what they are. I mean, sure, they're all scary monsters who, at some point in the anime, have tried to kill him, and throughout, try to kill each other. But does that get him down? Maybe once or twice. Other lessons include being comfortable with your body, trying new things, and being alright with your friends' parents, even though they're crazy and maybe a little bit scary. Most of these lessons are learned by kids going through puberty, and that puts it right smack dab in the middle of high school. Now let's not forget that Yokai Academy is teaching monsters to live in the human world. And what better way to represent high schoolers than as monsters?
Sounds like whoever made this show really put his heart and soul into it. Whee!
Funny you say that, Ko, because the creator of Rosario Vampire, Akihise Ikeda, drew inspiration from movies such as The Nightmare Before Christmas and Edward Scissorhands by Tim Burton. Oh, so that explains the Burton stripes. Hot. Anyway, in these movies, all of the main characters are indeed monsters. And they all have souls, they all have feelings, and everybody loves them. Ikeda incorporated this into his story. So, in truth, the aspects and scenarios of Rosario Vampire aren't that much different from a regular high school. Even the dangers of being in high school are present, only instead of drugs, alcohol, crazy parties, and school shootings, are replaced with more crazy things like destructive students trying to kill each other, weird, abusive teachers, the death penalty, and, well, let's just say there hasn't been a school with more dangers like this since Hogwarts. Alright, enough of the rambling. Time for a little fan service for all you guys. For all of you that have watched Rosario Vampire, you've probably noticed one thing above all else about the show. Panty shots. That's right, they're there, and we love the show for them. In watching Rosario Vampire in preparation for this video, I counted that in Kappa 1, there are at least 171 panty shots throughout all 13 episodes. Haha, yeah, that's dedication for you guys. But if you think that's amazing, in Kappa 2, they almost triple that, with 397 panty shots. That's right, almost 400. That's a lot of fan service to all you little boy fans out there. And for all you people out there that care, I counted at least 20 scenarios where the fourth wall was broken, not counting all the times Ko told the audience how long fights took.
Hey, but those are my best lines in the show. Whee!
Alright, lastly, I want to leave you guys with this. I call this the 5 things that you can take away from Rosario Vampire. Number 5, research the school, especially with a name like yokai. For any of you who don't know, yokai is a Japanese word for monster, spirit, evil entity, stuff like that. So anyway, do your research. 4, don't be afraid to make friends. 3, dem Burton stripes. 2, if your math teacher asks you to have some private study sessions with her, you run as far away as possible. And the number 1 thing that you can take away from Rosario Vampire is, if you go to a school for monsters and the swim team is all females, it's a trap. Even Emerald Akbart can see that one coming a mile away. But hey, those are just my thoughts. See you next time.
Hey there, Ko again. Be sure to like and favorite this video. And don't forget to subscribe. And also, check out these other videos.